To the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle. In studio guest this morning is Leah Parker. She is an outreach specialist from the Domestic Violence Program right here in Santa Clarita. So welcome.
Thank you.
It is, you were telling me this month is Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Is that right?
Yes.
So, it's really, it saddens me. And I know people who have gone through this, and I still can't believe we need to have this. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's one of those issues that kind of keep popping up, that keep going, and it's sad that something that our grandparents went through is still something that our kids are going through. And
does it seem like more young adults are going through this, like, maybe high school age? Are they going through this as well?
Yeah, you know what? We're seeing kids as young as 12 years old that are coming out. Yeah, saying that they are in unhealthy relationships. It's often about the age that it starts.
Okay.
And then it comes to light and they start really realizing how unhealthy that relationship is when they get into high school years. We were just at Sierra Vista, I think, I want to say a couple years ago, we had a young lady come up at the end of one of our presentations just saying, hey, I'm thankful that you guys are here and here's my story. Mm-hmm. And just share with us that she just got out of an unhealthy relationship too, and we were able to help her with that.
What do you think is there one thing, maybe several things, but do you think there's just one root cause to, like, the start of this whole big problem?
Let's see. There's a couple things. I wouldn't put it so much on just one thing here or there, but it's a lack of respect for another person and seeing them more as objects in a relationship versus an actual person with rights and just differences and things, and having consideration for them as a unique person. We see them as this object instead, or not we, but
yes,
you get what I'm
Collective,
saying.
Yes.
Collective.
Mm-hmm.
But just kind of this idea that we don't see them as having the same rights, or we feel like they deserve what is coming to them in a way. And a lot of it really comes down to this idea of oppression. And it really, when we talk about it in the high schools and junior highs, is we talk about that root being oppression and just this mentality that one person has more rights over another person.
Do you believe, we're gonna deep dive a little bit,
of course,
and get in the weeds. I just did 2 cliches within 30 seconds. Okay. Do you think that it starts at home, or do you think it's, is it something, if you see your dad treat your mom this way, is it something like a learned behavior that, oh, okay, well, that's what I'm supposed to do. That's how I'm supposed to treat my girlfriends, or is that something that happens?
Yeah, it's definitely a learned habit, because I always use this analogy of, no newborn baby comes out swinging.
That's
right?
true.
It's a learned behavior that they learn it from their home environment. The media is not doing a great job of showing healthy relationships a lot of times too. And
now, when you say media, are you talking about movies, TVs, stuff like that?
Yeah, movies, TVs, video games, music videos.
But if I may, and I'm just going to play, because I'm having fun with you today.
Yeah.
I'm just going to play devil's advocate for a second. How come some of us can separate and go, that's a game, that's a video game, and we're having fun, and I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you, I'm going to get you. And then we put down the controller, the game controller, and we treat those people around us with respect. How come some people can do that and others, that's where they go?
There's additional factors that are taken into consideration. The home life that they're growing up in. Do they have parents or trusted adults that they have that relationship with that can help them learn that disconnect, that this is not real. This is not how you treat others. There is a lot of young people who are growing up without that connection, that really what they see is what they think is real, instead of the fact that it is an art, that it is a facade per se. That without someone teaching them or showing them that there's a difference, they can get roped into thinking that that's a normal. Or if they've been, like you shared, if it's something that they've seen in their home for so long, then that is their normal, and they don't know anything else.
We as parents need to, if we see a cycle, we need to try and break this cycle, yes?
Yes. Yeah, and that's difficult because a lot of people don't see the cycle happening until it's the extreme. because sometimes it can start very subtle.
Right.
And
we go, it was just in a bad mood.
Exactly. Or, they're just being teens.
Yeah.
They're just acting out. And
Right.
this won't last. But in reality, it could be so unhealthy during that time that it's not lasting.
Exactly. So it's our job. Let's see. October is Awareness Month.
Yes.
And it's our job to kind of, just make everyone, see what needs to be done. I know that your place has the Domestic Violence Family Center has some events coming up. So let's talk about how we can help, even if we're not experiencing it in our own families or our kids or whatever. We need to help others. So how do we do that? Tell me about these events.
So we have a couple events coming up. One has a part of it today at College of the Canyons. Their Canyon Country campus, we have the Voices of Power, which is an interactive billboard that allows you to see how you taking action and standing up against domestic violence actually has an impact on victims and survivors.
This was a really cool thing. You did this last year.
We did, yeah.
And it must have been very successful because you're repeating again this
Exactly.
year. And it was a very cool thing, as I remember.
Yeah, we have this giant, almost like this puzzle that with each person that wants to be heard and makes that pledge of like, look, I'm going to have the conversation. I'm going to continue this awareness. They take off this piece and you're seeing this broken lady slowly heal behind it. And we've actually this year, what we've done a little bit differently, we've partnered it with the campaign online, which you can get through our Facebook page as well as our Instagram page, where by giving online, you can also see that change happen.
Oh, excellent.
On that same billboard. So check out our Facebook page, our Instagram at CFC_Healthy Connections, and you'll be able to connect there. We also have a haunted house that we're working with this year.
Yes,
it's October. You got to get a little creepy during October. We are working with Beware the Dark Realm. They have a haunted house off of Sugar Pine Lane, I believe, up in Saugus. And for the next 2 weekends, going to that event, you can buy a front of the line pass for $5, and 100% of the proceeds come back to our agency.
Oh, come on, let's do it. That's $5, guys.
Yeah.
We really need to step up our game on this stuff because this kind of stuff. It just sounds like I know there can be extenuating circumstances. I get that.
Yeah.
There are exceptions to absolutely everything, right? But for the most part, it seems like something we absolutely can prevent.
Yeah, and really what it comes down to is just continuing the conversation. Don't look the other way. Like, that's our challenge on this campaign that we're doing is the title of it is we dare you not to look away.
Don't, yeah.
Because when we start to look away, when we start to shove it under the carpet is when the issue continues to rise and why we're seeing it from generation to generation to generation. And what my job at our agency is to prevent that. So we're doing a lot of education in the schools and having events like this to spread that awareness, to give you guys resources of what you can do to stand up. We're also going to be having it for free and open to the community at our agency at Child and Family Center off of Center Point Parkway. Voices of Power will be there from 2 to 6. Open to the community to come check it out. Again, it's a great way just to see how your voice has power and how it can make a huge difference.
If someone is a little timid, because I know some of these situations can be very,
of course,
making that phone call or chatting online, that first step is usually always the hardest.
Yeah.
Is there a phone number or a website that someone who just wants to kind of reach out a little bit can do?
Yeah, we actually have a 24-hour crisis hotline that anybody can call and get answers to questions, get crisis care. That number is 661-259-HELP. Real easy to remember, even if you're driving. 259-HELP is the number. And again, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, there's somebody there who's able to answer. And then always you can reach out at childfamilycenter.com.
And we're purple. We're purple.
Yeah, purple all
We're
month.
purple. So people ask, hey, why are you wearing purple all month? And then you can tell them.
Exactly. I see your awesome purple nails. So you're already ahead of the game.
I'm here.
You're there.
Done.
You're
Leah,
there.
always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you.
I wish I didn't see you as often as we do for obvious reasons, but it's always a pleasure having you in studio. Thanks for educating us. I appreciate it.